It's finally time to show you my Piranha Aquarium, and I've decided to do a shortened video of the longer video that I've already done. So in this video I'm going to quickly cover how I built the tank, what plants and what tank mates I decided to house with the piranhas. But before we get on to that, I'm going to do a quick 30-second recap on how I built the background for this tank. With the background covered, it's time to move on to the substrate. And for the substrate, I used 1 inch of organic compost, topped with a 1 inch layer of horticultural sand. So, as we know, piranhas are native to South America and most commonly found in the Amazon River basin. And with that in mind, I decided to create a tank based on the Amazon River. Although I wasn't aiming to create a biotope, I decided to use plants and fish all found in the Amazon River. And here you can see how I've tried to simulate the edge of a river by building the roots into the aquarium background. Again, if you'd like to see more on the background, there is a link to the full video in the description. Now, when choosing the plants, I picked a variety of different plants native to South America and specifically the Amazon River. I wanted to create a bushy, messy riverbank effect with the idea of creating a home for the fish. I've listed all the plants' names, as I'm not going to try and attempt to pronounce them all. Now, when I'm creating my fish tanks, I like to create a home for the fish, as well as make the tank visually appealing to the eye. I do this as I like to provide the best home as possible for the fish, and I also like to try and observe as many natural behaviours as possible. Bearing all that in mind, I wasn't too precise when it came to planting the plants. I scattered them along the back, hoping that they would find their own way, leading to the natural river look effect. Staying with planting, I also decided to include houseplants. The houseplants will provide extra visual appeal, but as well as that, they provide extra much needed filtration, as the piranhas are very heavy and messy feeders. The houseplants would provide extra filtration by feeding on the nitrates in the water column. Now, with all the planting done, it was time to add some extra finer details. Here I'm adding various dried leaves and twigs, including almond leaves, a mixture of tropical leaf litter and some dried palm leaves. And a little afterthought I had was to add some hair grass. I wasn't aiming to create a carpet and just spotted a few little pieces about, as you'll often see small patches of grass going at the bottom of a river. Now finally all that was left to do was to add the fish, And where better to start than with the red-bellied piranha. Now I decided to use a jug to move the piranha from tank to tank, as I was a bit concerned that they may bite through the net with the sharp teeth. Now this was the second time I'd moved the piranhas since having them, and they don't move too well. They do get a little bit stressed, but don't worry, as they soon come round, and this is them just 1 hour later. As for tank mates, I decided to go for 3 different tetra species, starting with the ember tetra. Here I've included a little bit of footage from a previous tank, as I thought the ember tetra coloured up really nicely on this video. And here they are in the piranha tank. I also added some neon tetras. And then the final tetra species is this one, and I'm not quite sure the name of this, so if anybody knows, please leave a comment and let me know what species it is. And the final tank mate, for now at least, is this pleco species, and I'm not going to try and attempt to pronounce that name. So there we have it, the tank's finished, and this clip is probably from around a week or so later, when everything's settled down a bit. You can see that some of the plants haven't really settled in yet, and I have had to remove a couple as the piranhas have continuously pulled them up, so we need something fast going and quick rooting, ideally. The house plants seem to bed in quite nicely. Ideally, over the next year or so, they'll really take off and start to spread along the ceiling, hopefully. There is a couple of things that I'd like to improve on, and one of them things is reducing the snail population. So a couple of ram's horn snails have made their way into the tank, and obviously due to the piranhas' heavy feeding, the numbers have exploded. And secondly, I'd like to add a lot more greenery to the tank, so I'll be doing my research and finding out which plants will grow quickly and which plants tolerate a lower light level, as there are only 2 lights over this tank, and either end is a little bit darker by design, giving the fish areas for cover. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. There is a longer version available, but in hindsight, looking back, it was probably a little bit too long. However, I will leave a link for the longer version in the description. There will be an update video on this tank in the future, where I'll be adding some new plants and some new tank mates, and I'll also show you how I dealt with the snail issue. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment if you would have done anything different, or if you have done anything different, or if you have any general ideas, or if you have any advice. I'm always open to advice. It's always good to get other opinions and advice. Anyway, see you again soon.